Hi there, this is Clayton Hicks. I'm the CEO and founder of H7 Network. You're on Behind the Network, and today you're with one of our longtime members and directors, SJ Baracony. SJ is the name, SJ is the initials, that is his name. They are not initials. SJ and I have become very close over the last few years. And so I'd like to introduce you to SJ. Hi, SJ.
Hello, and thank you so much for this opportunity, Clayton. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. SJ, won't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where are you from?
I was born in Cleveland, Ohio, Cleveland proper. And before I was age 5, my mother and father chose to move to the suburbs of Cleveland. And I did the vast majority of my growing up on the southwest side in a little community, a little bedroom community called Middleburg Heights.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So what brought you to Columbus?
I had traveled to Columbus to Central Ohio with my father and my mother and our family friends a handful of times to the Ohio State Fair as I was growing up. But what really the final thing that brought me down here on a more permanent basis was, as a Gen Xer, a lot of Gen Xers in my age bracket were basically advised that you had to go to college in order to be someone. And I ended up picking a college of my short list, Ohio Wesleyan, for short, and that's what brought me down to Central Ohio on a more permanent basis.
Awesome. So SJ, tell us the name of your business and about 30 seconds about what you do.
Okay, the full name of the business is Service Before Self Leadership, but for branding purposes over the last year and a half or so, I've been just calling it SBSL. It's a little easier to digest. It's an educational solutions provider. In the world that we live in today, we have to focus, in my reasoned view, on creating lifelong learning cultures in your household, in your workplace, whether it's virtual, physical, or whatnot. And we also have to be focusing on these critical people and soft skills that are rarely taught inside of conventional classrooms. So that is what I focus on as a mentor, as a consultant, as a family advisor, and for small groups facilitating programming.
Gotcha. Tell me about what you do for a family. What do you do for a family? Briefly, but give me an example. Actually, tell me a story of what you have done for a family. Briefly.
Okay. I had a family referred to me by another H7 member, and they had 2 very young kids. And they were looking for the older kid to transition him out of a conventional public school into a home education environment. And they wanted to use this kid as a model for their much younger child who was not even preschool age yet. So what I did for them was I went over all of the educational philosophies that exist outside the conventional classroom. We broke them down, and they decided which model or philosophy they wanted with their older kid. And then we started to design a transition plan that they chose. And as far as I know, they have finished it anymore. So that's an example of what I can do for a family as an educational advisor.
Okay. What about for a business? You do the DISC analysis, right?
That is correct. Everything DISC, I'm an authorized partner, and I have been for over 3 years. Workplaces of all kinds, especially if you're in a very competitive environment where you have a lot of agents, a lot of maybe attorneys, a call center, auto dealership, you have a lot of people competing, and they're looking for the same people. And if you don't know your personality and or the person that are running the workplace, you're already behind the proverbial 8 ball. So I do assessments. I also do consulting, which helps to create a lifelong learning culture at a workplace. So, and then I also have some facilitated programming that I can also roll out inside of a workplace as well, including specific curriculum that focuses on soft skills over a 6-month window. So there's several different options that I can offer to this need, what they're willing to invest in their staff.
Okay, SJ, in 1 minute, describe how it would be beneficial. No. What is my disc? And describe it.
Yours, as in Clayton Hicks.
Me, yeah.
Are a DI personality blend, social style, or temperament. All three of those are sort of synonyms. I'll say that again: a temperament, a social style, a personality. It is not an exam. It's not a test. It measures your preferences and tendencies. So as a D, you are very direct, you are very decisive, and you also could come across certain people as a little bit brash. That's just how a D is. The I part is the influential part. You're influential, and it's more of a people-centric blend, while the D is more task-oriented. So the I says that you can build community, you can connect with people, but while you're still also task-focused. So you are a unique combination where you bridge the gap between tasks and people, and it really is, it allows you to be very flexible in the world, you know?
Yeah. So you know quite a bit about me at this point. So you're also a director of H7. You got 1 minute. Tell us why you are a director within H7. Why?
When you presented me the opportunity in the mid part of 17, I took the opportunity because I was already, I believe, developing a super connector. I was going from being just a networker to being a super connector, and I look at that as a continuum. And it allowed me to take something I was already doing, which is connecting people into creating social capital, and it allowed me to earn the opportunity to build groups and help someone who already, like in your case, had thousands of one-on-ones. So it allowed me to sort of be alongside of you. And it was an opportunity that just made a lot of sense because it's also soft and people skills, which is something I specialize in with SPSL.
You got 30 seconds, SJ. Why do you think I chose you?
I think you saw me as filling something on your business side that you did not have in your makeup, which is I am an SI blend. So I have the S, which is the steadiness and the ability to build relationships more much person, while you have the task piece. So I suspect you saw me as filling in a puzzle piece that you didn't already have.
It's simply because of who you are. A wonderful human being that cares so deeply for other people. And I need those kind of people by my side, which is why I call you my brother still today.
Which I appreciate that, because I didn't say this earlier, but I do not have any biological brothers or sisters. I am the proverbial only child. So I have
As
been grown.
am I.
I've been growing up all by myself for my entire life, minus Owu, and I was shoved into a suite with a bunch of other guys. So bottom line is, it's always nice to have a brother from a different mother, as they say. So I appreciate that very much.
Thanks for being on the show. Thanks for being on Behind the Network. Thanks, SJ.
Thank you for your time and for the opportunity.